All right, so let me ask you a question. Have you ever been to a place called Michigan's Bentley Historical Library? Well, if you've not been to Bentley's Historical Library in the state of Michigan, then you've missed out on something that is very important in America. And it has to do with Donald Trump. Let me explain. In the Bentley Historical Library, there is 57 feet of books, 57 feet of historical documents from a very special lady. Now, this lady, how many's ever heard of Postum? It was a replacement for coffee way back in the day. Postum, Postum. Well, that family, the Post family, became very wealthy off of that coffee replacement. Now, into that family was born a very special lady. This lady was the daughter of the Post family. And this lady went on to build General Foods. I'm sure you've heard of General Foods. She had 4 husbands. They all died. She loved to have grand balls and jaw-dropping jewels. She had a yacht that was out of this world. All of these things about her life is in this Bentley Historical Library. And in that 57 feet, there is a very special file. That file is hidden away in those 57 feet. When you pull this file out of all of that documents and all of that history, here's what that file is titled. It was dated February 1976, 3 years after my birth. And the file is titled, My Original Plans for Mar-a-Lago. Now, you and I know about Mar-a-Lago. We know where it's at. It's in Florida. And we know that it is a breathtaking, beautiful building. Let me describe the building to you real quick. Number one, it has 58 bedrooms. Mar-a-Lago has 58 bedrooms, 33 bathrooms with gold-plated fixtures. It has a 2,000 square foot living room. Okay? My whole home is about 2,000 square feet. We live in an humble dwelling, but at Mar-a-Lago, that's just the living room. The ceilings are 42 feet high, and the building is 110,000 square feet under Spanish tile, Italian marble, and Venetian silks. All told, when she built this property, Miss Post spent $7 million. Today, that would be $90 million. Yes, $100 million home. Okay? So it was a pretty special place. Now stay with me, because this is going to really cause you to go, It was built in 1927. And Miss Post, in 1929, basically dedicated this home. And she told everyone that was at the dedication that night, and this is written in those historical documents, that she planned to donate this property to the United States, and that she planned for it to be the official president's home in the winter White House. Now, I'm telling you all that because I want to show you something that is so interesting. So Miss Post, when she was about ready to die, she wrote this file that's in those documents where she reiterated her plans for Mar-a-Lago. She said when she built it that it would be the dwelling place of the United States president. She said that when she died, it was to be donated to the government, and that the president, the legitimate president of the United States of America, was to live there. That was to be the second presidential residence after the White House. Now, if you'll remember, right after Donald Trump was elected president, there was a headline in the Palm Beach Daily News. And here's what that headline said: Trump's Mar-a-Lago, another White House. Another White House. Now, why is this important? Because right after the president was elected, here's what he said. He said, while he was writing his inaugural address, he said he was writing it from the winter White House. Now, what does this have to do with Donald Trump specifically? Because when Miss Post died, the government of the United States let the property get in such disarray that they literally could not keep up with the property, and they gave it back to the Post Foundation. Because our government could not even afford the upkeep on such a, monstrous property. They didn't have what it took to make this property worthwhile, to upkeep it, and to use it as a facility. Okay. When the property was rejected by the government, and this was her dream, she built it for the purpose of a legitimate president living in that property. After it went back to the Post estate, the Post estate could not keep up with this gigantic property. They could not afford its upkeep. No one could. As a matter of fact, it was up for sale 3 times. It was supposed to be bought by 3 different investors. And get this, all 3 times the deal fell through until Donald Trump stepped up and bought the property for $9 million. And he took a property that the government was even scared of. He took a property that no one could turn into a profit, and he created out of a government mess a profitable business called Mar-a-Lago. But it's deeper than that. I don't believe that things happen just to happen. I believe everything happens for a purpose and for a reason. So I want you to think of all the properties in the United States of America, and then all of the people in the United States of America. How would a property built for a president wind up in the hands of Donald John Trump? How does the man meet the property and they connect, and Trump fell so in love with this property and took this decaying behemoth of a property and took our government's reject and created something breathtaking and beautiful out of it. Was it prophetic that he is sitting in what's known and what was built to be the official residence of the United States president? Ironic? Happenstance? Believe what you want to believe. But of all the men in the world and of all the properties in the world, this property built for the president is now where Donald John Trump lives full time, in the other White House. Right? I mean, really? Really? God provided this for Donald Trump. You literally now have 2 White Houses and 2 presidents, one so-called. And still, Donald Trump is sitting in what's been known forever as the other White House. Maureen, I'm not sure. I was just saying she created it for the president. You would have to be legitimate to be the president, right? So I just wanted to share that with you tonight. Thank you, Stephanie. And someone said, in his life has been endangered and protected at Mar-a-Lago. Think about that. I want y'all to think about this. Nothing happens by coincidence. He is sitting in the house built by Miss Post. And that man, and then think about what else he did. He took a government mess and turned it profitable. The same thing he did with our government when he went to the White House. He went to the first White House. He bought the first White House and created something beautiful. Then he went to the second White House and created something beautiful, didn't he? And now he's back at the other White House. I'm telling you, it's called A Tale of Two Presidents, 2 White Houses. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to let you know that. All right? I love you with the love of the Lord. I love you with the love of the Lord. Don't you have a worry. Don't you have a fear. God's in control. God is always near. That's why I love you with the love of the Lord. Well, I hope you have a good night's rest. God is in control, ladies and gentlemen. The best truly is yet to come. Go visit our website, totosarmyofpatriots.com. And thank you to everyone that has shown us your love and your support. Thank you. We love you. Good night, everybody.